Hello and welcome my fab fans to Glam's new video. I will be continuing time and dark because I can get you here. I'm very tired. I'm gonna do this section, then I'm gonna continue this bigger section because I can. Sometimes when I hear the name Erin, I think of girl. I think it's a girl's name. Something I recently found out about one of my coworkers is that his name was originally meant to be Johanny, but the person heard them wrong and wrote Yohani. He was given a girl's name, like canonically. I keep getting ads for this movie where every single time the couple falls asleep, or one of them does, they just get like their body gets controlled by a demon and mutilates their bodies. I watched this one zombie movie where it was an infection, and if you got infected by the virus, not only would you hunt other people down, but when you weren't hunting others down because you couldn't find any in your near vicinity, you would explore sexual pleasures, but in a gruesome, fathom way. Like, there was this one scene where there was, like, 3 boys, and one of them kept getting their nuts smashed into a pole with barbed wire. It was like they explored sexual pleasure, but in the most fucked up, gruesome way. And the guy who got infected, ended up seeing, and wanting to see his girlfriend decapitated. But before then, he just wanted to, like, be there with her. But after he got infected and, like, it took over his brain, he wanted to see her decapitated. And her head on a stick. In the most fucked up way. So, that was a movie I watched, yeah. I mainly put it on in the background because I like having background noise when I do, like, studying and stuff. And then saw that and was just grossed out. Like, it made me realize I scrolled too far. Because I like horror movies. I like zombie movies. But some of them I don't like because they just go too far. And the concepts are so outlandish that I just am disgusted with humanity. If there's anything I will fully agree with in any of the mangas I've ever read, is the main character in this one manga is really grossed out by kissing. Especially since, like, she didn't even brush her teeth yet. To where he was just like, I'm attracted to you, but not kissing. Because your mouth is disgusting, it's bacteria filled, and it's connected to your throat and your stomach, and it's yada yada. Basically a bunch of germaphobe stuff. And I'm like, I relate to that. I find kissing a little bit gross, but I also understand the semantics behind it. And why people want to do it. So it's a little bit of just, but also on the side of, sure. Like, don't get me wrong, I do want to kiss my girl, but I also know I'm a bit of a germaphobe. Which is why I don't really like hugs or anything. High fives? Sure. Fist bumps? Sure. I don't do hugs. I don't like hugs. And people can respect that. I have a mental illness. I'm autistic. Are you not entertained? I remember, so my coworkers were doing this thing where they were just saying, chocolate. And as soon as they did that, I immediately joined in, and they were like, how do you get the accent so, like, accurate to the character? And I'm like, I don't know. Clearly, I'm a Wendigo. Because I can just mimic noises from around me. Also, I remember having a guy in my comment section who was native, yes, be like, you shouldn't be saying the name of it, it can curse you. And I was like, you clearly do not know what the story is about when it comes to it, if you're saying that. I remember they were just trying to, like, gatekeep. My moderator is a native, by the way. And yes, sometimes I do call it the creepy deer creature, but it's not because of the original lore. It's because of Until Dawn, the video game. But I guess they just have never played video games before, clearly. Because they're so boring. But I've never understood the idea of gatekeeping a creature that is mythological. Like, I get it has cultural significance, but if I'm talking about a video game, it has nothing to do with the cultural creature. It's just a similar name. Lamau. But yes, the version of the Wendigo that I do is an Until Dawn reference, because it looks mostly human, but, like, with antlers. And that's my favorite version of the mythological creature. Poker. People cheat at poker a lot. Are sports games? Are sports considered games? Because I think the only reason it wouldn't be considered a game is because I don't know. Because, like, both are fun, both are competitive. I guess there are some some games that are like a team game. Some of them you have to win together. See, down here it's like a grayish color. Here it's pink. If I were to dye my hair a different color, what color would you choose? Who would bring a sword on a date? I would. It's epic. I think a fun fact I like to say to people, because I think it's both fascinating, weird, and creepy, is I know how to clean blood out of a lot of different fabrics. It's because I've bled through literally every single kind of fabric. Because I don't know when my period starts and ends. I just know it exists, and so I just deal with it when it comes. I'll schedule anything about it. I know doctor keeps saying, hey, so, like, when was your last period? And, like, yada, yada, yada about those. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't track them. I've been questioned why I don't track my period. It's because I don't really have a reason to. I definitely know it's an irregular period. If I was ever asked to do one of those surveys for a game show, I would just answer with the most wild shit in hopes that they would never guess it. Something I know is if I ever was invited to a game show, I'd probably do so badly because I get so, like, anxious. Like the pirate aesthetic. I find it entertaining. Also, I think it's funny when my friend calls me, like, feminine. Sometimes I am, and then sometimes I'm more masculine. It's a 50-50 shot because I dress up as men occasionally. I'm also apparently really good at binding my chest really flat. But it's literally just about positioning. Thumb the map, thumb the map, thumb the map. Two of my neighbors are police officers. My dad doesn't like it when I talk in riddles. It freaks him out. I'm gonna do it more now. Cause oh no. The talking riddle. Okie dokie dokie dokie. With money does come safety. So I'm not guessing. Do you think the reason most people who don't know their ethnic backgrounds, there was a lot of bastard children in their family? So they just didn't talk about their ethnic backgrounds to hide the fact that they had a bunch of bastard children and affairs. I had an ability. I wish I could make my drawings come to life and crawl out of the paper and be my friend. The thing I saw on Facebook was apparently some men don't want to change their children's diapers if they're of the opposite gender, and only if they were of the opposite gender. Why are you looking at a baby and objectifying it? It is baby. Don't apply gender to a baby. Don't apply adult thoughts to a baby. It is a baby. That's basically them outing themselves as being children harmers. If you cannot wipe your child's ass because of what gender the child is, you should not have kids. I mean, me and my girlfriend talked about how I just didn't want to wipe dirty bums in general because poop in general grosses me out so much because of the texture. It makes me vomit, and the smell also makes me vomit. I had to clean up after dog shit. I vomited and gagged into the tub multiple times while trying to clean it off of my rug. I have textural issues. That's why I don't want to change diapers. That's literally it. If I absolutely have to, I would change diapers. I have before. Did I almost vomit on my friend's child after having to change his diaper? Yes. And I said I don't want to ever have to babysit again until he's potty trained. Because I'm horrified. Changing diapers horrifies me. Because of the texture and the smell and just... Ugh. I just get physically ill having to clean up excrement from an animal. I do the same thing when, cleaning litter boxes. But at least with the litter box, with cats, the smell is not there. And most of it is just, you don't touch any of it. You don't have to grab it through, a plastic bag. You just scoop it with a scoop. You can't do that to a child where you just use a scoop. You can't put a kid in a litter box and then just scoop just scoop. You can't do that. I still find it wild that some people are not willing to change a diaper because of the gender of their child. But, what the fuck is wrong? I understand if you're just grossed out by dirty diapers in general, but I don't understand if it's a gender thing. It's just creepy. I also wouldn't really want to hold the child. I don't like the idea of holding babies. Sometimes when I look at a child, I think of parasites, which is a fucked up thing, yes, but that's probably because throughout my childhood, I was very, very bullied by children. And I just saw them as a waste of space because they were such demonic beings. Yeah, children and demons. I equivalated them as very similar things. Looks pretty filled in. I think I'm getting pretty far. Mm. Get so far and tried so hard, but in the end, I believed and did anything at all. Okay, well, I will say peace, love, have a good day, my fab fans, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.